You can feel it in the air, Philly. Something just flipped the energy in this city. And it isn't a rumor. It isn't a maybe. It's real. It's now. And it's got the link buzzing already. Before I tell you exactly what changed, hear me out. This move is the kind that doesn't just fill a roster spot. It lights a fire under the whole locker room. Stay with me until the end because there's a twist about how this could reshape the Eagles' special teams and even the wide receiver rotations on game day. Let's set the scene. The Birds have been moving pieces, tweaking depth, and searching for answers in the return game while guys deal with bumps and bruises. The fan base could feel it. We needed a steady hand fielding punts, someone who knows the lanes, trusts his blocks, and flips the field without flinching. The coaches felt it too. And that's when the call went out and the door opened for a reunion. Philly Nation, the spark is back. Britton Covey is back in midnight green. If you're new around here, let me paint the picture. Covey isn't just another name on a transaction wire. He's the guy who steadies your heartbeat on 4th and long, who tracks a spiraling punt in swirling wind like it's a beach ball, who turns a 5-yard crease into momentum for the entire stadium. Last season, he led the league in punt return yards, cleared the 400-yard mark, and averaged double digits per return. That is not noise. That is field position. That is hidden yardage. That is winning football. Every time he trotted out there, you could feel 11 men believing that 10 clean yards today will turn into 7 precious points tomorrow. Here's why this matters more than a headline. Special teams is culture. It's buy-in. It's the third phase that tells you how connected a roster really is. A clean catch inside your own 10, a brave, fair catch with gunners flying at full speed, a cut against leverage at midfield. Those little plays save a drive, steal a possession, and keep your defense fresh. Covey brings all of that on day one because he's lived it here. He knows the roar, he knows the rhythm, he knows the standard. That familiarity is priceless when the ball is hanging in the lights and 40,000 people are holding their breath. And it doesn't end with returns. A trusted returner changes the way you build inactives on game day. If Covey locks down punts, the coaches can free up a defensive back purely for coverage packages, or carry an extra lineman, or give a rookie wideout a protected role instead of asking him to do double duty on special teams. That's a ripple effect most casual fans never see, but it shapes possession-by-possession decisions all season. Depth charts aren't just names, they're levers, and Covey lets the staff pull better ones. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Is this just a practice squad move? A little insurance while guys get healthy? Bird Gang, listen. This is exactly the kind of move that starts on the practice squad and ends under primetime lights. You earn elevations with trust, and Covey's got a vault full of it. He's taken the hits, he's flipped fields, he's handled the swirling wind and sideways rain with the game hanging by a thread. If the snap's open, he'll be there, and the whole sideline will exhale when he jogs out, because everybody remembers what stability feels like. Let me talk to the vibe of the locker room for a second. Bringing back a familiar face isn't just sentimental. It tells the room, the standard is the standard, and if you've bled green the right way, this organization sees you. That message matters for rookies grinding for spots, for vets coming off injuries, for everyone learning that the smallest details decide January. A sure-handed return, a smart decision to live for the next play, a fearless cut through traffic. It all says the same thing. We're mature enough to win ugly and explosive enough to win big. And hey, Covey isn't walking in asking for a parade. He's got to learn whatever tweaks exist in the scheme, sync timing with new blockers, and stay ready while the staff evaluates who's up on game day. But the runway is clear. A returner who already speaks the language, already understands spacing with our punt team, already respects the ball like it's gold. That lowers risk right when you want stability most. The start of a season, when one fielding mistake can swing a game and a narrative. Zoom out and think about identity. Philly football is toughness wrapped in precision. It's the crowd going silent for a heartbeat as the ball drops from the sky, then exploding when the returner knifes forward and the first tackler whiffs. It's the sideline erupting because a 10-yard return erased a bad series and gave the offense a short field. Covey taps into that identity. He's not the loudest voice. He's the steady one, the pro who treats every rep with playoff urgency. That attitude spreads. And when the offense starts 2 first downs closer, the whole building feels it. So, what's next? Expect competition to sharpen. Expect special teams meetings where every lane, every leverage rule, every landmark gets tighter. Expect coordinators to dial up a couple of returns designed to attack the opponent's weakest gunner and the punter's preferred direction. Expect the offense to get a couple more drives starting near midfield. Those are points over time. Those are wins in the margins. And in a conference where the 1 seed can come down to a tiebreaker, margins are everything. Here's my take, straight up. This move is bigger than the transaction line. It's a reminder that Howie and the staff are still hunting edges that don't show up on fantasy apps but decide playoff seeding. It's also a nod to the heartbeat of the fan base. You rewarded Covey's grit with love. Now the team rewards that trust with another run. That connection between stands and sideline, that's Philadelphia's secret weapon, and it travels in January. Before I drop the question, I want you to light up the comments with, do me a favor. If you're feeling this move the way I am, hit like, drop a Fly Eagles Fly in the chat, and tag that one friend who said special teams don't matter, because they're about to watch the field tilt green again, and they'll remember this moment when it does. And if you're fired up to bleed green all season, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because the next roster tweak might go from practice squad to primetime spark in a hurry. Here's the question, Philly Nation. Does Britton Covey's return make the Eagles a more complete playoff-proof team right now? Or do you still want to see a bigger splash before you stamp this roster as the NFC favorite? Be honest, be loud, and as always, Bird Gang, let's go Birds.